Hey guys, so about a year ago or so, I set up a P.O. box at the post office, not too far away from here, because I get people asking all the time, or not all the time, but I had several people asking if there was an address where they could send me something. They had something, fan mail or whatever that they wanted to send me, and I didn't really want to just be giving out my home address. Probably not the smartest thing to do. So yeah, I set up a P.O. box. It's in the About thing on the main channel. So for anybody that's interested, can go look at that. But anyway, the first thing that I ever got, first of all, I had it up for, I don't know, 6 months or so before I ever got anything. I would just check it every once in a while, and it was always junk mail that was actually even addressed to somebody else. I just like looked at it, threw it away, walked out the door. Well, one day I actually got a package, and I was like, "Ooh!" I was really excited, and I opened it up, and it was a Book of Mormon. So I was being preached to. I was being witnessed to. Um, and look, I'll be honest. I've spent a little time in Utah. I went to conference in Salt Lake City, and that was my first real exposure to like that community. But I'm actually super positive on the Mormons. They emphasize entrepreneurship and businesses, and I'm telling you, some of the biggest YouTubers I just keep finding out are Mormons. I don't know. That's like a thing. So I'm positive on the Mormons. I know that sort of witnessing is a big part of their religion and their culture, and I know that the person who sent me that was doing it out of the kindness of her heart, and she was, trying to. The intent was good, is where I'm coming from. But I couldn't help but laugh. I was like, of course, this is what I get. But anyway, over the last few months, I've actually gotten some stuff sent to me by people, and I wanted to take a minute on this channel and just give a thanks and a shout out and just kind of share some of the stuff that's been sent my way, which has been really cool. And I want to say thanks to all these people. Some of these are more, let's say, positive than others. I haven't opened up any anthrax boxes or anything like that. But the one I'm going to start with, I feel like a shit. I feel so bad because this came with a letter that has now disappeared. I don't know what happened to it. This was about a month or so ago, and it just vanished. So I'm so sorry. I don't have the name of the person that sent this to me. If you happen to be watching this, please accept my apologies. If I could turn this camera, you would see everything that's not right here in frame is an absolute disaster. And that goes for my whole house. But anyway, this person sent me, I guess he works for this company or has started this company called halcyon.bio. And these seem to be samples of some supplements. It says psychologist formulated to support memory, focus, and mood. So these are, I guess, supposed to help you they're like brain pills. They help you feel a little smarter, a little bit more in focus, maybe a little bit more relaxed. I thought I would just kind of share these. If anybody's looking for something like this, I cannot vouch for them right now. I have not taken them yet. I'm sort of doing a whole cocktail of supplements right now, and I didn't want to kind of mix those two because I didn't, if I was going to try this, I would want to do it kind of clean, not mixed with something else that I would know that what's happening is because of this. But if it's something you're interested in, it's halcyon.bio. You can go to their website, check it out. I'm sure there's lots of stuff to read on there about it. And so, yeah, this is not an endorsement. I just want to make that clear because I can't vouch for it. But I want to thank the person who sent this to me. Again, super apologetic that I don't have your name here. But I do appreciate it. This is really cool. And this is the kind of stuff that I'm interested in. I actually really am interested in it. The next one that I want to do, I got to do this one right off the bat. There's a guy named Matt DeCellis who started a company called William Painter. They are sunglasses. They make sunglasses. And he sent me a pair of sunglasses. This is like a legit, really nice pair of sunglasses. So this isn't an unboxing because I've already opened it, but you can sort of see William Painter on there. These are really nice. So I'm going to open this up for you. Inside, you got a nice sunglasses case, again, with the little logo on there. And so what's cool about these glasses is they are made out of, like, airplane titanium, like military-grade titanium. And they've got these little bottle openers on there. And I should have brought a beer up here to actually test this and try it out. Maybe I'll do it in a future video if you guys want to see it. But they're legit glasses. These are like solid. This is solid titanium alloy, and apparently you can't scratch them because it's like this matte finish that they have on here. You can literally open beer bottles with them. Super like polarized lenses and that kind of thing. And they're pretty cool. I dig them. And they have some others on their site. You can check them out. William Painter. I think it's williampainter.com. But yeah, so Matt, these are so incredibly cool. He also sent some to my buddy Tim over at the Everyday Astronaut. Actually, that's how I guess he got my information. But I've worn them here and there since I got them, and they're solid. They're kind of heavy. That's the only criticism I might say, because I always like hang them on my shirt whenever I go inside, and they kind of tend to pull down a little bit, show off my chest hair. But no, they're fantastic glasses, and I can't thank you enough. That's so super cool. So let's move on from that. I have a couple of letters that I wanted to share real quick. Most of these come in the form of comments on the videos. Sometimes I get actual emails from people that are correcting me on things that I get wrong, and that's totally fair. But I actually got a couple of letters, and this one is from Brian, and he was actually commenting on the liquid thorium reactor video that I did. This is way back when, but he wanted to point out a couple of corrections. So he says that the PWR reactors release 1% of their fuel's energy, or I had said, that's what I said, that the PWRs release 1% of their fuel's energy value. He says actually it's less than 1%. Light water reactors release about 0.5% of their fuel's energy value, and heavy water reactors release about 0.7%. They both do terrible. So he's very pro the thorium thing. I had said that corrosion was a major concern holding back lifter reactors, and he basically points out that there's several options that kind of render that moot. And he was correcting me on what I said about U-233 being bred from thorium that can be used in weapons, but he's saying that that's actually not so much the case. But the big one that I'm super embarrassed about actually is I was talking about I was calling it Philby Energy, which is the company that is kind of promoting all this, and he corrected me. It's actually Flybe or Flybe. Flybe. He says Flybe rhymes with tribe, not Philby. So is it Flybe or Flybe? I'm going to go with Flybe. Anyway, I do want to thank Brian. That was very cool. And I'm always up for being corrected on things because I never claim to know all there is to know. Speaking of being corrected, yeah, people are not passionate about climate change, it turns out. This is a letter that I got from a gentleman, I'll just call him Ken, who there's a lot. This is a big long letter. It's a big long letter. Most of it is actually about it's actually a letter that he copied and put on here from somebody who I guess was part of the Obama administration. Anyway, he is not a supporter of anthropogenic climate change. He does mention that the climate is changing, but he doesn't think it has anything to do with us, that it has to do more with the magnetic pole shifting and having to do with the increase of coronal mass ejections from the sun and that kind of thing. There was another, he kind of covered a couple of things here. The one about, which video was he referring to here? Oh, I guess, I really don't know what video he's talking about here. Anyway, there's another, stumbling. There was another email that he sent from a rocket scientist that worked at Lockheed Martin that was correcting me on some stuff. Oh, about the Big Bang Theory. So yeah, he says that string theory is completely disproved, and the latest from CERN is that now we have proof that the Higgs boson does interact with quarks to create matter. Stephen Hawking's theory, called TOE, theory of everything, is derived from Leonard Susskind and Michael Green's string theory, which is now considered passé. The GUT, or the gut theory, the grain unification theory, is the basis on which the standard theory and the CERN research points out. Anyway, So that was about the Big Bang video. All this is about climate change, and I won't go through all that. Basically, it's somebody that does not believe in climate change and was trying to offer as much evidence as possible against it. Here's all I got to say about it. Look, yes, there are possibly things happening outside of what we are doing that could be causing or exacerbating a change in our climate and a warming of the planet. To me, however, that just simply reinforces that we need to be more careful about what we put in the air. If it's that fragile that little things like a movement of the magnetic pole or little shifts in what the sun is putting out and whatnot could change our climate, then we don't need to be messing with it any more than we are. To me, that is only more reason to scale down our resource use and find cleaner sources of energy. There's just no downside to that. So that's all I have to say about that. But I do want to thank Ken for sending me that. That's very nice of him to do that. And there's one more thing I want to give a shout out to. This is from Justin Van Genderen from 2046design.com, and he's got a website called it's 2046 Design and 2046 Print Shop. So I'm just going to read his letter to me. My name is Justin Van Genderen. I run and operate a company store, 2046printshop.com. I recently ran across your YouTube channel and saw that on your info page you take bribes. I do. I don't hold any big expectations, but I wanted to send you some product of mine since I think we live in similar worlds. I'm a big believer and lover of science and space exploration and have dedicated a lot of time trying to spread the knowledge and love of these topics. If you have any need for design services, he gives me his information. Justin, I do really appreciate you reaching out about this, and who knows, I'm trying to kind of grow a team. I might reach out to you, but he sent me some of these shirts that he did. Now I kind of have my own shirts and I'm my own designer, so I'm kind of actually, I'm wearing one right now, so I'll wear these on the channel. But I did want to give them a shout out because these are pretty cool. Let's put this up here so you can see. This one says Rogue. Has a cool little astronaut guy. I'm like looking under its armpit. So this is one of the designs he sent me. This was another one. I just thought this was a cool design. Oh, I gotta pull this back a little bit. There you go. Nice, soft, comfy shirts. They're nice. And he sent me this. I guess the shirt goes along with this, but it's for the Apollo program. I don't know if he designed this or not, but he created this sticker anyway. So yeah, what is it? 2046printshop.com. If you want to see what other kind of stuff he has, I welcome you to go check it out. He's got some cool shirts. And I really appreciate you sending these. I've been kind of leaving them to the side so that I could show them in a video somewhere, but I'll wear them. They're really cool. I do appreciate that. That's so cool. And last but very much not least, Carl Hayes, a proud answer file on the Patreon page. He is from New Zealand, and I guess he had seen that I did that video on Rocket Lab, and so he managed to get me a Rocket Lab shirt for the It's Business Time mission, which is still not gone up yet, and I've not gotten any more. Well, it's got a cool logo on the back there. This is really cool. What I like about this is that what I like about this is that I could wear this out in public, and if somebody sees it and gets what it is, then I know he and I are, or she and I know this person and we will get along, because not everybody knows about Rocket Lab, and those that do are fairly cool people. So that came from Carl, and he was really stressing out about it. I think it took a while to get here. I mean, he's from New Zealand. It's going to take a while. But I do appreciate that, Carl. That's really cool. All these shirts I will wear, not at the same time, because that's crazy. But anyway, that's all I have for right now. But I just really do appreciate when people send me stuff. It's still something that's new to me. It's something that, like I said, I just kind of got started happening recently on the channel. So yeah, I wanted to just acknowledge that somewhere. And I know this isn't on the main channel, but I wanted to thank them for that and maybe get some promotions. Maybe if I can remember, I'll put the links down in the description so you guys can go check it out. So thank you guys for that. And I've been going on long enough. I will leave you with that for now. Take care, guys. Thanks.